Go.
And then we're going to talk about mechanics today. Coach is going to be the pitcher, and we're both going to let you know what we think of different things within mechanics, see what we come up with. Hope you find this interesting, especially as a review coming in from March 1st, 2019. There we go. There it is. So Bobby's going to start with the rocker position. He's going to do a full wind-up. A full wind-up, Coach. Now just watch his rocker step, what I call rocker step, just a back step or a side step. He's going to go not too far out of the way to get himself out of line, and he's going to go and not swing in, but lift in to the power position, or the balance position, right there. All right, look at his toe down, shoulder and chin on, hip on the target. Well, let's do it one more time. And watch him lift in, and watch his toe down as he lifts. He's going to let it relax, so he's going to go forward and land on a ball of his foot, not his heel, or flat-footed. Now watch how straight the stride is. He's going to go straight out, stay on the line, and in this case, he's pitching into the corner. Let me show what I mean, Bob. Here's a corner that we developed with these two mats right here. Here's where he's going for. We measured it, and that's his stride, and we want you going straight. So one more time, Bob, the rocker position. If you go backwards, don't go straight back. Go on a slight diagonal, and then turn into the rubber, not bang your foot or put your foot in toe tap. Right there. Okay. Now let's watch the full wind-up one more time in a review. He's going to rock. He's not going to go wide. He's not going to go straight. Nice under control. Head under his shoulders. Now one thing, if you've been watching carefully, you'll see that Bobby's head, go one more, Coach. Bob's head's going to stay right over his shoulders. They call that staying stacked up. He's staying over the rubber as long as he can until he's balanced, and then he's going to use the ground and the rubber to develop force to go forward. But the pace of his force isn't jumping, it's not fast, it's rhythmic and with the same pace each time. The biggest mistake, I've asked college pitchers all the last 3 weeks about what they do, what their coaches say their mistakes are, and it's that they fly off the rubber. They come off real fast trying to generate power. And they generate power, but their arm is left behind. Bob, can you talk about that at all, please?
Yeah, just really wanting to make sure that everything is still and even and not trying to rush it. There's a lot of guys that, they're aggressive. One of my big flaws, like Coach Cole was just saying, was really jumping out because I felt like that was trying to get me my velocity. It has nothing to do with it. As long as you stay controlled and like Coach Cole said, really get a good push with this back foot towards the plate, and you stay in line with your back to inside of your knee here, you should be perfectly onto your target. So you really just want to make sure that you're doing all of your hard work with your delivery rather than your upper body trying to jump out and get to it.
So, guys, one thing, I want to ask Bob to do one more rocker step and stay in the balance position. And I'll show you a drill that we don't use very much, but we can. This is a great thing for you to do. He's just going to rock to balance. And he's going to stay. And if you do that and gain balance, gain the ability to balance by having a flat flex back leg, now when you go towards the plate, you have what they call ballistic balance, balance with movement. Go, Bob. So there he goes. He stays right in line. And he's in balance, and he finishes, as we always say. Do one more, Bob, with the finish. The finish, we want your back foot in front of your lead foot, your pivot foot in front of lead. And the heel is slightly up here on the ball of your foot. You always see the target, and you always see the ball get caught. Remember, we don't want to raise the target ever unless we're trying to. And on our breaking pitch, we're looking for where does the ball go down and away, where does it go down and possibly away on two-seam, and down and away on a change-up. We're visualizing. As we're right at that balance, you've got to visualize what you want. One last one, Bob. Yep. Watch his hip point to the glove, shoulder and chin relationship. He's going to have his shoulder and chin right in there together and straight on. and that gives him his chance to get out in front and throw the ball right. All right, great, Bob. All right, let's watch the side view from the balanced position. So Bob, go that way. So now you're going to see where are his hips when he gets to balance. Watch his back knee slightly in front of slightly over the back, right there. All right, go ahead, coach. And there it is. That's important. Now watch his shoulder from this view. He's not going to rotate it in towards his backside at all. He's not going back at all. It stays straight, right there. Straight shoulder, straight stride, straight to the plate. And now watch the release point. He's going to get out, as Michael Aguilera used to say when he was working with us, get out through the window, get out in front, release in the same spot with hand speed. Hand speed. Everything is hand speed on all three of your pitches, breaking ball, change, and fastball, and two-seam as well. Okay. All right, let's watch again from the side position. Bob's going to go to balance, and he's going to go down and out like one of those drills that we use. Watch his knee. Here he goes, down and out. Now show him a gap, Bob. We call guys who open up really early and don't go down, we call them gappers, because all they do is make a gap instead of developing power.
Which leads to you getting out in front, and this head getting on your front knee rather than staying on your back knee. So this is not what we're looking for.
There he was with a gap. You could see it right away. His foot went forward before it went down. Bob, show us the double balance drill from the side.
Yep.
Or not double balance, double pause.
Yep.
He's going to pause on balance and pause on break. And there he goes. Now, can you slow it up, Coach? That was very game-like. That would have worked in a game. But he's going to slow it up. Remember this drill. This is another balance drill for you to stay balanced right there. And now you have the ability to go forward. Now, there's two ways that you can get off. As I said, the college kids, their coaches tell them you jump too much. Another problem that they have, that we all have, is they open their shoulder too fast, and it comes from developing too much momentum down the lane. Not a steady pace, but a jump out and a pull out. You're trying to throw hard with your shoulders. Shoulders don't throw hard. You'll throw harder, but you won't know where it's going. So watch Bobby open up. He's going to make a mistake here. You already saw his chin and his shoulder. And watch him pull off early. You're going to see his lead shoulder pull away.
Double balance?
No, just do a regular throw with bad mechanics. He really opened up. Do it front ways now, Coach. Now he's going to pull that shoulder off. Watch him. Watch you see. It's not that much. There he goes. There he goes. Now, one of the things that no pitching coach likes is when a guy runs away from his arm side because he's developed too much pace and speed or jumped or pulled off. Watch Bob do that now. He's going to go too fast or pull off, and watch him have to run away from his throw side or his arm side. Right there. And he runs out. Now, that time he didn't do it badly. Actually run away, Coach.
Yep.
You know how guys do that? That time he was able to, he's so in control, he doesn't lose it there. Watch him run away from arm side. And he runs out. That's the worst thing you can do. You can come off the mound, you can come out of your finish a little bit if you're going to go forward or turn slightly. But to run away, you know you've gone too fast. The ball generally will go up and in to a right-handed hitter if you're a righty. Coach, do one more. And watch a good one now. Watch a good one where he stays on. And he doesn't hook his leg. He stays in and gives that good finish right there. Now another one that, watch the difference now. All he's going to do is hook his leg around the lead leg. The pivot foot's going to hook around the lead leg. And that's where problems start to ensue. Sooner or later they start running away. And he's going to hook it. Yeah, there's what we don't like. We don't like that. Now watch the really best one. Watch Bob's chest go slightly towards first base. He's going to do everything right, but his chest is going to go towards the line, right there. See his chest starting to open up, but his eyes are on, and he's balanced. It's a good one to get turned in. You finish, and you just a little bit this way. That means your arm got through and your shoulder helped you deliver the ball. I wish I could do it right. All right, coach, let's see what we got. Oh, so let's go now, pitch this way. Go up, way up in front. Bob's going to make a mistake. Now come, Bobby, come throw to the back. Bob's going to make a big mistake here. He's going to hook his arm back behind. I call it hooking. You got another name for it? Cupping the ball. Watch him go behind the line of his back. This is a mistake. Watch this. See him go back there? Do it again. Go far. Tyler Hopland was in here this morning, our guy at Kane, and he's going to be a pro. He's really good. But he has a habit of getting back right there. Now watch Bobby keep the ball right in his butt. He's going to take it back in arm action straight out of his glove. And his glove is close to the body. He's going straight in his body, right here. Nobody should be able to see the ball from the back. When you do that, let me show this, coach.
Yep.
When you hook, guys, you hook here. Now you've got to come out to here to throw. And this is how you start to get your shoulder problems. Because you're late, or you got a bad angle, you got to catch up, and all of a sudden your shoulder's doing a whole lot more work coming across as opposed to being right here and bringing you straight out. It's enough problems when you do it right.
A good drill that you can do to really make sure that you're showing it back rather than cupping it or hooking it, how Coach Cole said. You know, you have a wall behind you, you get in your balance position, and all you do is you stride out, and you toss the ball back. Okay, and the whole idea, and you could probably use a wall. A wall would be best if you had a wall behind you, and you want to make sure that ball is going straight back rather than behind you. If I don't do it right, heads up, coach. If I do the cup, like Coach Cole was saying, it would look like this. Now, it'll show you that you're coming behind this way rather than straight up the wall.
Now, Bob, do the wall drill against the wall. Watch Bobby now. Here's the other way to correct that. You just go along the wall. Get a little further out, coach. If Bob feels the net, he didn't do this right. Go ahead, coach. Just throw. If he feels the net on back arm action, he didn't do it right.
So I'll show you what it looks like to do it wrong.
Right there, he just banged the wall. He knows where his hand went. The wall told him. The wall doesn't lie, man. And there he is. So if you feel that you're going back, look at yourself in the mirror. Have a friend tell you, or we'll tell you when we start in March. But work so you're straight out of the glove. Coach, here we go. Okay, Bob. So Bob's going to go from the balance, from the stretch position or straddle position, or just half wind up, whatever you want to call it. And watch his hands. Watch the break. How close he's going to stay to his body. Not going to let his hands ride towards third base. Stays right in between his knee and his belt buckle. He's in between. He's on his thighs. Watch him again. If you break straight out of your hands, then surely you got a better chance not to hook the ball and not to lose balance away from your body. Right there. All right, coach, let's do it this way.
Yep.
And watch the arm action, how straight he's going to come right out of that glove. You can see his hands aren't coming towards the camera, but they're going straight to the plate. But while we're talking about hands, can you get up in your stance, in your wind-up position, and show him finger rhythm?
Sure.
So coach is going to throw 4 pitches. And the first pitch is going to be a fastball, which is the easiest grip. And he's going to jiggle his fingers. Hey, he's going to jiggle his fingers just a half a second or a second. Watch. There, right there. And now he goes. Now he's going to throw his curveball. He's going to do the same thing, the same amount of time. He's just going to jiggle a split second in the glove. Here he goes. Now he's going to throw his changeup, and he's going to jiggle again. Each pitch is just that same little movement in the glove. There he goes. He's done. And a slider or a knuckleball or split, whatever you might be throwing, is the same way. It's got to be the same time. We call it finger rhythm. Okay, Bob, should just do one jiggle sideways. Watch into the glove now. And the fingers are up. We don't want the coach looking in your glove and seeing what you're throwing. That's too long. I'm happy you did that. Don't do it that long. Do it short. You can actually, go ahead.
Do you want me? Okay.
Yeah. All right, now he's got to do it actually the other way, but that showed you fingers up. You can see the ball in there, and that's what we want, especially when you're in a stretch. We don't want them looking in and in the windup. They call it the prey position, right here. All right, Bob, let's see. Can you do it this way? Then we'll see.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So look here, guys.
Come this way.
Yeah, no, come this way.
Yeah.
Now I think you'll be able to see into the club from the back how long he does that. There he goes. It's probably hard to see, but I think you got the idea on that. You should. It was very normal for what we try to do every year.
Just one thing, just don't be predictable. Try to keep, like Coach Cole said, keep playing around with your hand. Because if a guy comes in and sees you, just grab and go, 9 out of 10 times, it's going to be a fastball. You know, you might want to keep it as a change-up grip, bring it to a new pitch. Change-up grip, new pitch. If you know it's a change-up, maybe go four-seam grip to a change-up grip. All right, so try to keep it the same thing every single time you do it. So it's not predictable, especially at a varsity level.
So now, guys, let's take a look at your hand and arm action and the relationship between the two arms. We have a term that's called opposite and equal angles of your hands. As you come away from yourself, your hands stay even with each other, even with each other, even with each other. And when you finish, you're down in here in a tuck and brush, where you're right here, right here. Coach Muldowney.
Hey, Brad.
So watch Bob now. He's going to be equal and opposite in his angles. This keeps you balanced and keeps you ready to get power without jumping. Right there. See if you can see his hands. Once he gets to here, the distance between his hands won't change. And here he is. Watch his glove action. It's at the batter and then tuck and brush. Tuck and brush. It's not away. His hand isn't going to go this way towards third base. It's straight to the plate. Notice his head, how still it stayed the whole tape. Watch his head stay stacked up, stay in the middle of his body. See the target, see the ball get caught. Hip on, shoulder and chin on. Stay closed and finish. And there's his finish. All right? Now, let's look at the very finish of the throw. Your release point has been established if you're in good place out here. If I throw from here, this being the pitching rubber, if I release back here, I'm releasing from about 60 feet to 59 feet. That's not close enough. We want you to release out over your front knee, at least, or your front foot. Now, if you're a big guy like Sonny or like Bakes, now you're out here. You're at least at 56 feet. And that's where we want you. That's where the ball is released at your head. But we want your head out there. So you've got to develop that. So watch Coach. He's going to stay really balanced. He's going to drive forward. His stride is consistent.
Hands.
Hands in. And watch that release. It's out there in front of his head slightly. Good, Bob. If he released like this, guys, his head would still be close to his hand. The idea is to get this way. And when you finish, you throw in your chest, it's got to be over your knee, and the hand is out in front of that. And then we get a deep finish if we can, if that's our finish, and we kick through from the back to help you get over. Coach?
Go on this way.
Yeah. let's see what else. Watch Bob again, gonna go sideways. Watch his lead elbow and lead knee. There's a definite relationship there. They drive down together. One more. I'm going to ask Coach to do one more, but if you've noticed, you'll see that not only is there a relationship from elbow to knee, but his knee has a soft front side. Right here, it's flexed. If you come in too hard, you do what I do, you fall over. If you come in too straight-legged, you have a chance to pitch back a little bit. It keeps you too straight and retards your action forward. So, soft front side, stay closed. Sorry about that. Watch his soft front side. There you go. Now, Coach, do one more this way, up here. Bob's going to do one wrong first. He's going to drag that front foot. Now, do you guys get ripped up on the front foot of your pivot foot? Watch him lift and get out of it. Do it right first, Coach. He's going to do it correctly first. Watch his back foot, the pivot foot, right here. Yeah. Lands and lift, land and lift, land and lift. Now watch him do it wrong. He's going to drag that back leg, and that creates a lot of friction and retardation of movement. Makes total sense, holding himself back. Right there. Here's the mark. It's this long. Here's where he started, and here's where the foot left the ground. We want that foot to leave the ground after you pitch the ball. 1, 2. Land and lift. That way you get full power and you don't have to jump. Everything that we're saying is efficient, lack of jump, lack of pull off. Maintain your pace to release point. Okay. Now let's look at Bob's arm action from the side, Bob, from the same direction. Watch the action he gets up. His shoulder is going to be slightly below his elbow. His hand is in the body on the way back so that it doesn't hook. And there he is. He lifts here. We don't want length. We don't want a prong. We don't want you out way back. We don't want you hooking. We want you to come out naturally. It's like steps. Down the step and back up the step. And there's always this opposite and equal angle right here. Okay? This way you give yourself a chance to get through the ball with really good action, really good hand speed. All right? All right, Bob, let's see this. I think we got it, Bob.
Yeah, that's it.
I think we got it, man. Just watch one more thing. Watch when Bob finishes, there's that hook and brush. Just right in here, nice and tight. And want your hand up here now, not back here, so you stay in balance. And watch where's Bobby's other hand, how close it winds up to the glove hand. Watch his throw hand to glove hand. Good, Bob. And Bob, can you show one thing that Coach just reminded me of? Coach Augustine's in the next cage, and this guy was doing long toss, and he did the reverse long toss, something I don't think we talked about in drills in a little video we did. So Bob, you know the reverse step behind that, bro. So watch Coach, he's going to do a reverse long toss. Yeah, he's going to do it slowly. Steps back with the throw foot. Now he went a long way. You don't have to go that far unless you're comfortable with it. Let me try one, Bob. So it looks. Start. It's got to be this way, guys. And turn. Start with your throw side. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Some of these things I even have to work them out over a long time. And I've done this forever. And it just needs to be worked on. And that's why we're doing this video. To refresh you before you come out. You got to know this stuff, right? Coach, anything?
No, just listen, just same thing. You know, just watch the video over and over and over. Make a checklist. Do I do this? Do I do it well? Do I not do it well? You know, and that's the little things that you can take from the video, where you can scroll through a certain spot, you can look over certain pieces again. That now that's the things that you're practicing on. Find the things that you're weakest with, go to them, become stronger with it, and then fine tune the rest. Okay, if you really want to be a pitcher in our program, practice, practice, practice.
Okay. And guys, we're not gonna do pitch development here. It's too hard. Everybody's got a different little grip. Everybody has a little different angle. They throw different pitches. And for our purposes right now, if you get your mechanics, you drill this right, you know what you're doing when you come out, and you're already working on your stuff, we can then be realistic and see what you need to do with your two-seam, your change, your slider, your curveball, whatever you're throwing, four-seam. And then we'll work pitch development, which we're going to do a lot of, soft toss pitch development. And so that's what we got for this video. I hope it works for you. Coach, anything last?
That's it.
We're good. We're good. Guys, we're at the warehouse and we got Coach Joe Augustine to talk about 1 minute about pitching, about how to get guys out. And Joey has worked with our best guys, Zach Ananese, Tyler Hopman, Jake, and Joey Paps. He's working with Baker and Gilman now. I think he's the best pitching coach in the area, professional player for 4 or 5 years, pitched at Kane, pitched at Highland Park High School, tried to beat Old Bridge in a Legion game once, and he did, easily. Go ahead, Coach.
Not after giving up 4 hits to Charlie Crewer.
Charlie Crewer.
No, guys, it's just Coach Cole wanted to speak to you guys briefly here just about getting on the mound. And, you know, as far as mechanics and technical aspect of it, you guys are learning from, you know, one of the best in the, you know, that's ever done it here in the area especially, and you guys know that. But I think it's more of a mental aspect at your guys' age. You know, getting on that mound, owning the mound, having a mound presence. You know, I suggest you guys go on and YouTube Max Scherzer, from the Nationals. And there's a video of him on there talking to himself. And just the intensity he throws and the conviction and intent he throws every pitch with. You know, being able to command glove side, staying out of hitters' counts, and just getting on the mound and just competing. You know, just wanting to go after every batter, no matter who it is. You know, no matter if it's a better hitter in the county or a guy that's, you know, a younger freshman playing varsity for his first time. You're treating every guy with the same purpose, the same intent, and every pitch has the same aggressiveness to it. And that's competing. You know, out there every pitch. You know, obviously you guys are handling your work now here in the off season. You know, where your bodies will allow you to throw those pitches with intent every time, and you're not fatigued or falling forward, and you get stronger as the game goes on. But that's part into the work you're doing now here in the off season at the high school, working out with Coach Donahue and the other guys that are doing that with him. So wish you guys the best this season, healthy, successful season. And I think the main thing is just compete. Go out there with a purpose and throw every pitch with intent and conviction like it's your last pitch you're ever going to throw.